I hate dating as a woman in tech because if I try to date a guy in tech, they're typically really ugly and they have a whole bunch of nerdy interests that I can't relate to. There's some types of guys who work in tech who are attractive and we might have the same interests, but they think they are too smart and they are really full of themselves. And I don't like dating that type of guy either. If I try to date someone who doesn't work in tech, but they aren't a high earner, they end up feeling too insecure and they aren't able to afford the type of things that I can, like fine dining and traveling. So dating as a woman in tech is not for the weak. If you are a woman in tech, let me know if you have had some good or bad dating experiences.
I was just at the thrift store and this guy kept following me around. And I was like, what do you want? Like, you're being weird. And then he asked me out on a date and I was like, what would make you think that I would say yes? You're so ugly. And then it made me realize, like, every time I leave the house, it's always ugly, old, creepy men that follow me around stores. And I'm like, why would you think that we're in the same league? And it really messes with my head. Like, it really messes with my confidence because I'm like, maybe I am ugly. And, like, if I don't have my, like, beauty, then what do I have? Anyways, I'm going to give you guys a haul really quick. I got all this stuff. Really cute. So just pause the video and screenshot it.
Never give ugly men a chance because their ego fucking playing around. Somebody just dumped me. Some super ugly man, American guy dumped me. I gave him a chance. I didn't like him at all. And this guy dumped me? Oh, no way. No way. I'm not gonna give a chance anyone anymore like this. Oh my God.
3 reasons why you shouldn't date the ugly man. Reason number 1 is he's going to put you on a pedestal. He's going to treat you like royalty at the beginning, but as soon as he realizes that you are like every other human, he's going to start treating you bad. Reason number 2 is whatever a man is lacking, he's going to take that away from you. Your beauty is going to decline and your confidence is going to vanish. In my personal case, I gained like 15 pounds and at the end I was completely out of confidence and he was completely full of it. Reason number 3 is he's going to start believing that he can get other beautiful women. So whatever it is that you do, please stay the hell away from ugly men. Thank you.
That creator that got on here was like, oh, we don't call men ugly enough. She's absolutely correct. We need to start calling them ugly more because it hurts their feelings. Like, they crash the fuck out if you call them ugly because they don't know how to take it because they're not used to being called ugly. I remember I was at Walmart and I was picking up something on the bottom shelf and I got up 3 different times to let people pass because I was at the bottom shelf and I was in the way. And the 4th time somebody walked up and I was like, let me just grab what I want because I keep going up and down, up and down. And it was a guy that worked there. He was a man. I was like, okay, maybe he'll actually like let me pick what I need without being impatient. And I thought he was going to be a gentleman. No, he was like, you could move out the way. I was like, no, you see me picking up something off the bottom shelf. Why would I jump back up for a man? I let 3 women pass. I'm not jumping up for a man. And he was like, well, you bougie as shit. And I said, and nigga, you ugly as shit. He was like, what? You bougie. And I said, and you ugly as fuck. What the fuck? And he was like, he snapped. He really did. He snapped. He was like, I'll call somebody right now, have them come down here and murk your ass. Because I called you ugly. Oh. You ugly and don't have no manners? Ugh.
Man, these women are getting out of control with this whole men are ugly shit. Because you can't look like that and say men are ugly, man. It's just not right. You know, so if you go and criticize men for being ugly, you can't be looking like that, man. You cannot be looking like that. And the other woman that cried too, that was crying in the car and shit, like, you're just an average looking woman. You're just an average looking woman. This self-awareness thing that I usually talk about all the time, I speak about this self-awareness thing and this delusion thing that women got. Women are very delusional people. And women are also very, they lack self-awareness. They don't know what that shit is. They live in their bubble and in their own delusion because they want to feel beautiful, which is understandable. I don't criticize that at all. But you can't be criticizing men and call men ugly if you're looking like that, man. That's just not fair. It's not fair at all. You're calling your colleagues ugly and shit and saying, you know, tech people are ugly and shit. That don't make no sense at all. It ain't even a lot of women doing tech. But let's assume some women do it now. But what right do you have to call men ugly, especially the tech bros? Like, what right you got to do that? That's very weird. I saw so many men, so many tech guys react to that video, and they're like calling her out and shit. Maybe she's rage baiting. I don't know. But like I said, that's just crazy, man. The lack of self-awareness that so many women get, including the Russian girl. Like, why do women lack self-awareness? I need to ask someone this question because it baffles me every time the ridiculous shit they say about men. Y'all put on makeups and you do Botox and you put on filters and shit to mask the ugliness, and yet you gonna call men ugly that we don't use makeup, we don't use Botox, we don't use none of this shit. Most men just shower and go to work. Most men just use lotion and go to work. Y'all gotta put all this makeup on your face to be, to look a certain way, and yet you got the nerves to call men ugly. It's crazy, man. There's so many things a lot of women get away with that I'm like, how do they get away with this shit? Because if a man say the same thing, everybody be criticizing him. Everybody be bashing him. They'll be reporting his channels and shit. He will be in the news and shit. But a woman would just say some ridiculous shit and get away with it. And people say men are sexist and men are misogynistic and all this shit. But there are women that say stupid shit like this. No one is calling them misandrist and shit. No one is calling them sexist and shit. They just let them slide. And yet someone is going to tell me men and women are equal. How? How are we equal if a woman can get away with saying stuff like this, but men cannot? How? There's no equality in this life when we're definitely not equal. It's so crazy. The amount of things that women say and the amount of delusion that women live in and the lack of self-awareness that they got. And it's always the average ugly looking women saying stupid shit. And this is why relationship is fucked. This is why marriages are fucked. This is why dating is fucked. Because we got all this mad, average, ugly looking women thinking they want to date a billionaire. They want to date a guy that has that's 17 foot tall and shit. This is why marriage is fucked. If you go to the dating site right now, go to a woman's profile, I can guarantee you she's gonna write, I need him to make this amount of money, I need him to be this tall, I need him to be this, to be that. But they never look at themselves and be like, can I even get this guy? Does this guy even want me? Women never ask themselves this question, ever. They never do. They never ask themselves, even if I find this guy that has all this money and accolades and is this tall or whatever, will this guy want me back? They never ask themselves this question. It's the lack of self-awareness I was talking about. It's that lack of self-awareness. This is why dating is what it is now. This is why relationship is what it is now. All this feminist propaganda and this feminist shit and all this, patriarchy, this patriarchy, that. It's because of the lack of self-awareness that most women got. They don't know when to look in the mirror and be like, shit, do I really deserve this shit? Am I even worthy of this shit? Women never do that shit. They never do. This is why you see marriages are crumbling, because you see a woman tells you, I want to go find myself. I want to go try what's out there. But she can't even look in the mirror and be like, am I even that beautiful to do this shit? It's when she get out there and there's nothing out there because she ain't that fine, then she gonna come back to that dude. And I don't blame them either, because there's always some simp or some idiots on social media that's always gaslighting them and writing under the comment section and say, oh, you're the most amazing thing ever. Or their best friend that's always, saying stupid shit, giving them bad advice and shit. I went under the video, that video for that woman, the tech woman, and all the women under the video, They just gaslighting her. They're just lying to her, calling her boss, calling her, oh, you're a queen, you're this, you're that. This is why the ego is off the roof. This is why a lot of women got egos. Whenever you see a woman online say ridiculous shit like this, it's because she's gotten away with it from somewhere. It's either social media or some simp is telling her that. That's why she feels she can express that. And this is crazy. Or maybe she's just rage baiting. I don't know, man. But this is crazy. You cannot be looking like that, calling men ugly, man. You should have at least just a lead, come out of that bubble you put yourself in. You gotta come out of that bubble, live in reality a little bit, touch some sand. Because you can't look like that and call men ugly. It's just crazy. I don't know, maybe this is an American thing, but it's becoming a problem. Even Europe right here, it's becoming a problem here too. It's becoming a worldwide virus shit going on now. Back like before I came to European side here, these European women are a little bit more sensible a little, but now it's just like it's like a virus. It's spreading everywhere now. European women are doing the same thing. American women doing the same thing. African women doing the same thing. Asian women doing the same thing. It's like a virus now. This 6 foot, $500,000 per month shit is becoming a virus now. And it's so funny, it's so baffling that women can just say stuff like this and get away with it. Because if a man said the same thing, everybody be criticizing him. Everybody call him sexist. They call him misogynist. They call him every kind of name you can find. But a woman can say stuff like this and just get away with it. They just say stuff and just get away with it. But it's crazy. But anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to my channel, man. I'm out of here.